What is up and good morning, guys? How are you? Alex here from Hoppos with another video for you guys. And well, today's adventure leads us into something that I have not really talked about on this channel at all. I've kind of brought it up. Some of you guys kind of know because I posted stories on it. But I had a pretty bad incident happen while I was gone. It wasn't even my fault. Both of my vehicles got wrecked. Yeah, sad day for me. Before we get into that, we got the medium trailer here. We size the trailers by medium, small, large because we got a few of them. I gotta get this guy disconnected off of Bossman's truck, get the trailer hooked up to my truck real quick, get this loaded up with 2 vehicles, and make our way over to Anaheim. Jumping in Bossman's truck, we are gonna get this truck moved out of the way. I'm gonna hook up my truck. All right. All right. Now let me go jump in my truck, and we're gonna get this guy hooked up to the trailer, and I'll tell you the story what happened. All right, get that guy down. Now let's get loaded up. All right, driving, getting in the van. We got Little Red already in there. How close I could get. Should be in. Let's see. All the way up. Okay, we got in the van, we got in Little Red, and well, we were gonna be off to the body shop. And the body shop I chose, obviously, is gonna be the same body shop I chose before, CNC Anaheim. You guys hear me talk about them all the time. We're gonna get over Little Red, we're gonna get the little van over, and we're gonna get some repairs done to them because, well, when I was gone, we were actually flying out to San Antonio. I got a phone call as we're running through the terminal trying to make our layover. Our flight was delayed. We're running through, my phone's blowing up. I look at it, it's my brother, I ignore it. I'm running, and we have like 10 minutes to get like 15 minutes across the airport. We're running through, I'm sweating. We got my backpack, I got my check-in or our carry-on bag, and my phone keeps blowing up. And I look at it, I'm like, man, something must really be wrong, but I can't deal with it right now. I gotta get to our flight. We're gonna miss our flight. We're not gonna make it to San Antonio. So as me and Mike are chugging along through the airport, kind of like Home Alone, we're running through. We finally make it to our terminal, and the last of the people are boarding. We make it to our gate, and the last of the people are boarding. We get there, I grab my phone, I go, shoot, I got a few minutes to call my brother to see what's going on. Maybe he has a question about an order at the shop or something like that. I call, I go, hey, what's up? He goes, I got some bad news. And you never want to hear that on the start of a phone call after your phone just gets blown up like 4 or 5 times and a text message that said, call me. So I go, what's the bad news? Like, what's going on? What happened? Is everyone okay? What's going on? He goes, well, the little truck, Little Red, and the van both just got hit. And this was like the last thing I was ever gonna think of. I was thinking like, oh, you know, we gotta get this order out, or you have this that came in, or this, or this has to be welded up. I was not thinking that my little van and my little truck that I'm not even driving got hit. And I'm like, okay, what do you mean? He's like, they got hit at the same time. I'm like, what do you mean they got hit at the same time? They're sitting at the shop. Well, it just so happened to be that day we were flying out. Our plane was actually delayed because of weather. And, well, we were having 80-mile-an-hour gusts here at the shop. And unfortunately, the way, you know, these I keep here at the shop or at my house, depending on, you know, if I'm driving them or not. But the guys had moved them outside the shop. That day was also trash day. And, well, trash day, yeah, well, you kind of get where I'm going with this. So some of you guys are probably thinking, oh, the trash truck hit your truck, this and that. Wrong. That is absolutely wrong. And this is what threw me for a loop. These big old trash cans right here were in the same exact position right here because it was trash day, just like today is. And well, these guys came from right here. Both of them, the wind came through. It's like a funnel right here. You see the mountains. The wind came through, blew both of these all the way to on the other side of that lifted truck over there, that's where my van and my truck were parked. The crazy part is this is actually a downhill slope right here. So you kind of see my dad's truck is angled in. So these guys came, got pushed out of here, didn't get stuck in the curb or nothing like this. The wind was strong enough to push these uphill all the way over here, all the way. Keep going, keep going, keep going. On the other side of that lifted truck. And I was parked right about here. I didn't park them, the guys had parked them. He had parked them roughly about 150 feet away. See that light pole? On the other side of that light pole is where those dumpsters came from. And like I said, this is all sloped downhill. These things came flying on the concrete, 80-mile-an-hour gust, bam. This one that it hit my van. It hit my daughter's van, I should say, because that is the van that my daughter claims. And unfortunately, all these parts all come from Japan. And well, you kind of see the waviness here, you see the broken glass, all that got destroyed, along with the back bumper has some scuff marks. Back window got shattered out. You can see all the scrape marks. You can actually see the blue paint from the dumpster. So the blue one's the one that actually hit this. Ripped off the Honda logo emblem. Scuffed all this up. Put a little more scratches here and there. The guys try to wipe it up, clean it. I don't think they're gonna, wipe it and get the paint back. So you kind of see the big dent that it has there. Well, unfortunately, with these being imported vehicles, the only place I could actually get these pieces was Japan. And well, as I started pricing them, just for this back hatch with the glass in decent condition, I was gonna be roughly around $5,000 to have it shipped from Japan here, and it was gonna take right about a month and a half to get here. They always say like 6 weeks, but I don't know, it's probably gonna be about a month and a half, if not longer. And well, I just didn't want to spend that on a part that I was gonna have to get and still have to body work and repaint here. So that $5,000 would have probably been about $65,000 to $7,000 to replace just this back hatch. The little van wasn't the only one who took damage. Little Red took damage as well, which that one was the one that really Little Red's my baby. It's the oddball truck that everyone was, it was the underdog story, right? Absolutely blew up and got loved at SEMA and hit like 4 or 5 news stations out there, SEMA News, a whole bunch of different things. I mean, this thing just blew up and did so well, and it represented all the companies that were involved into this build with us and myself. And it was sad just to see it hurt. Now, it was sad to see this one hurt too, but this one I was like, I don't want to say I'm okay with it. Obviously no one wants anything to get hurt or damaged, but this was like the redheaded stepchild. Like, I love this van, don't get me wrong, it's fun, but the Little Red that's my baby. Probably gonna be a little hard to see what happened here, but this wing mount actually had got pushed over about 4.5 inches and was sideways. Unfortunately, put some damage on the side wing and on the corner of the bed. And remind you, this is all candy. This is all House of Color candy that CNC Anaheim painted. Also put on some chips here, chips here, chips here, and dented up this lower section. Now you guys are probably looking at it like, this actually don't look that bad. And you guys are right, because when I came and saw it, this thing was folded over, chips of paint on the floor still. This was bent in, like seriously, all the way to right here. This was pushed in. When you look from the back, this was completely angled, and you can kind of still see it's angled. I was already in that one of those moments where I'm like, I'm pissed, I'm mad, I grabbed my boot and I pushed my boot against it and I pulled on it, and surprisingly the wing straightened back out. I can't fix this damage here, but the wing straightened back out. A lot of the fins straightened back out because I use 14 gauge sheet metal on most of this stuff, so it bent but it didn't crumble, luckily. So I was able to save a lot of it by just kind of pushing back. Obviously I'm not no body guy, so hopefully the kind of somewhat doctored fixes I did on here work and they could use it. Not a lot of the paint chipped or cracked. There was a few little splits. Kind of see it split here, right here, a little chip here, 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 under here's chipped, this chipped. But luckily the area all this stuff is in seamed areas. Like this is a corner seam here. This right here, I mean, you could border this out and save this. This right here, we could section and panel, and I'm okay, and I'm actually down with adding maybe some patterns or adding some silver leaf to really hide and fix some of these issues without having to repaint this whole side of this truck, because this side of the truck, I mean, the truck itself, I believe is still beautiful. Just don't look at that right there. You can see I have all the sponsors down the side. I have Powder Solution up there, Current, Luxor Wire Wheels, CNC Anaheim, JDI, Optima Batteries, House of Colors, and our good buddy Jason from Honda. Unfortunately, this truck and this van were supposed to be at 2 shows, not lowrider shows, but different style shows, and I had really already gave them my word I was going to be there. And this is probably the first time ever I had to like back out on that, and it's really, it hurts me. It's unfortunate, but they were understanding, like these gotta get fixed. And now realistically, like I'm talking about import shows, where import shows standards are a lot different than like lowrider standards. So I could have really probably got away with like showing up like this, but to me, this is not how you represent all the companies that are on board. This needs to be fixed. So got on the phone, called our guys over at House of Color, talked to Munch, talked to Gilbert. I'm like, look it, man, this is what happened. Hate to even talk to you guys about this. I don't even want you guys to know about this, honestly, but the paint job that just went on this a few months ago got damaged. And well, now paint is at CNC Anaheim already. It's been delivered. Actually, Gilbert and Lonnie were just here. And well, now I actually got to head over to Anaheim, and I got to get these 2 vehicles over there. I'm actually like 2 hours late today, just because he had some unexpected guests show up and some last minute stuff I had to weld up for orders. So let me get these guys strapped up and let's get on the road. All right, guys, we're almost there to CNC Anaheim. We just got off the freeway right now, so we'll be getting in there, getting it unloaded.
Turn left on South Euclid Street.
Yes, I know, lady, I know. So we got the little van dropped off right now over here. The guys are gonna take care of it. They said no problem. I was only planning to bring Little Red, actually, or the van, sorry, and Little Red I was gonna actually take back home, but these guys said they could handle it, take care of it. The truck running next to these guys over here. Little Red's all dropped off. The guys are gonna get it all taken care of and all patched up. I'm doing a little inspection work on it right now, but let me show you guys around the corner. Got a ton of cars. This one right here, we finished up the setup on not too long ago, and it's looking really good. The guys over here at CNC got it all installed. This thing came out really nice. Right here, what you guys are looking at, you're looking at a 2-pump, 4-tank gravity fed setup. The only reason for the extra tanks on there really was just cosmetic. It does serve obviously a purpose of having more oil in there and more fluid capacity. This vehicle didn't necessarily need it, but it just more fit the look of this. We want to spread this one out a little bit more, do a double decker with double layers on here. As you can see our logo in there, the CNC logo, and everything's looking really, really nice in here. Definitely glad to be a part of this one. Up front, they're working on getting the engine bay all dialed in. You guys kind of saw I did some sneak peeks on these. Mario and the guys got it all dialed in, getting all the inserts in, logos in. It's looking good. And the 58 frame that you guys saw in the last video, it made it here. It is sitting here in its spot for right now. Got some rollers on it. and it's looking really good. So this is going to be step one. The guys will take care of it here at the shop. They'll be doing a whole bunch of other work to it, and obviously dropping the body on it. I'm gonna give you guys a sneak peek real quick of the body and what it's looking like. It is ready for paint pretty much. So they got it all primed, sealed, and it's ready. It is ready. Oh, as we were inside talking with Mario, I don't know if I should just wait. By dinner it might be done. I don't know. These guys are on it. They don't mess around. Man, these guys are not messing around. I'm glad I got that appointment in a long time ago. Guys, I want to stress one thing though. Make sure you guys don't just show up. These guys work very efficiently because they are all by appointment only. CNC Anaheim, you guys hear me talk about them all the time. These are our go-to guys all the time. I'm getting this trailer closed up because I got the van and the truck dropped off, and obviously we got other stuff to do. Gotta head back to work, but I cannot thank you guys enough for supporting the people we support. I do see a lot of our customer stuff over here with Mario and their whole crew. So I do gotta say thank you guys for trusting in us to allow you guys to have good people and good working ethics like these guys over here. So thank you guys for supporting them as well. Huge step forward for the lowrider market.